Good morning. Whew. It's cold. It's cold. My nose. Anyway, I wanted to come on here. Oh, shit. Welcome to my channel. I am Manaka, and this is my channel, Manaka. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about karma and unhealed trauma. Something that I've come to realize, something that I've come to find out and research and stuff like that, and it doesn't make so much sense. Just made a cup of ginger tea just to help with the winter, with like fluiness and winter and the virus that I won't actually state. But I don't have it. I'm just trying to stay healthy. I've always drank ginger, but you know what? I feel like I love it more now because there's a lot of teas I cannot drink as a breastfeeding mother. Yeah. Anyway, roll title sequence. So, in terms of karma and trauma, I remember I did actually put up a status to say that trauma doesn't have to be like trauma. This huge thing happened to me. It could always even just be the smallest fucking thing that we didn't notice until we're older and we're trying to heal and we're trying to really delve into why we act the way we act. One thing I also noticed is that trauma and karma can be passed on from generation to generation. One of the biggest reasons why I feel like my spiritual journey started when it started. I mean, my baby already knew that he wanted to be born and when he wanted to be born. My higher self already knew when he was supposed to be born, but like obviously I've been in the 3D sort of thinking and realm for so long that I didn't really know that I was manifesting a baby because he was showing himself. He was like, I was not really manifesting him, but he was like, I'm coming. So he was trying to show himself to me. But I thought it was a manifestation. I could even show you my 2020, I'll put it somewhere up here, my 2020 dream board had a baby in it. I wanted a baby in 2020, but I didn't, like it was something that I really wanted, but I didn't really think of it. Like it wasn't like, okay, I'm going to plan to have a baby, or how am I going to plan it? When am I going to do it? You know, it was just something that in my heart of hearts, you know, my soul of souls, I wanted a baby. So that was in my dream board. And like, I didn't know how it was going to happen. I was just like, I want a baby. And then when it happened, I'm like, I'm actually having a baby. And only, like, I don't know if you've seen my other videos about my pregnancy and how I felt about it and stuff like that, but only like maybe after the morning sickness and all the horribleness of the beginning of pregnancy did I realize that, oh my God, I actually manifested this. Or let's say I already knew this was going to happen. it's amazing what the mind and what the body can actually tell you through thoughts and ideas in general. Like, you basically would already know what's going to happen in your life without really knowing about it, because what's meant for you will always find you. Anyway, I was saying that it's crazy because my spiritual journey started in, I would say, the end of 2017. And that's when I started really trying to heal. It took a very long time, and I'm still healing, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. And as I said in my other video, man, as I said in my other video, geez, what was I saying? As I said in my other video, when we stop learning, when we stop growing, our life or our purpose in the specific avatar, in the specific realm, in the specific universe is over. Throat chakra. Trying to tell me something, throat chakra? Are you trying to tell me something, throat chakra? People need to hear this, I know. Anyway, so I started healing back then, and it was more of an intentional healing, whereas before it wasn't. Back in high school, I did journal a lot. I wrote letters to my best friend. I was open with the way I was feeling and stuff like that, but never really with myself. I was more of a journaler to complain. I was more of a journaler to explain what happened in the day. But that was it. It wasn't more of an in-depth sort of understanding of myself. Now, that all started in 2017 at the end of the year. Where obviously, I'm pretty sure I explained it, where one of my friends asked me what I believe in. And why I believe in the universe. And now it's like, and why I'm shy. Now you start asking yourself these questions. And now you're actually looking inside yourself and actually figuring out why it is that you are the way you are. Now you start looking at childhood trauma. You start looking at events that have happened in the past, the relationships that you have with people, the boundaries that you need to set for yourself, the karma that you feel like you're living through, whether it's good or bad. So karma is passed on, as I was saying, from generation to generation. It's passed on from life to life, if you believe in reincarnation. And so is trauma. It's the same as ubungoma. When you are called to be a sangoma, right? I don't know a lot about it, but the only reason why I'm comparing it is because, say for example, your mother or your father or their mother or their father was supposed to be a spiritual healer. In South Africa, it's called a sangoma. In other places, I think it's in the East, it's called a shaman. If you were supposed to be this as a parent, right, and you choose not to follow that path, as I said before, multiple dimensions, multiple timelines, every choice that we make allows us to get into the best and optimal timeline for us. We already have, as a soul, when we came into this world, we already knew what we wanted to do, what we wanted to learn. It's like a game. That might be a bit too deep for a few of you, but it's like a game. We come into this world knowing exactly what we want to do. But as a human, we are given the choice to make decisions, right? We're given the choice to make decisions for ourselves. So it's either we move towards whatever we wanted to learn as a soul, or we live however else we want to live. So we live however else we wanted to live, right? So basically, it's either we're going to get to the lesson that we wanted to learn as a soul, or we're going to reincarnate and still have those specific lessons to still learn. It's like, I was saying, it's like a game, right? Where you kind of have to figure out that level in order to pass it. And then there's another level, and then there's another level, and then there's another level. Once you get to the end, you're done with that life. You're done with this avatar. You're done with this universe. Going to the next level of soulness. Not a word. Anyway, just like I was saying, just like Sangoma, for example, who is called to be a Sangoma, to be a spiritual healer, to be a shaman. If you choose not to follow that path, if you choose not to follow what your body, what your mind, what your surroundings are telling you to do, then obviously you'll live a certain type of life, depending on you. Whether you believe in that bad luck, whether you believe in everything not working out for you because you're not doing it in a certain way. That's a whole other video that I'll try to make if people want it or if I'm called. But that's literally you saying no to something that would have been a blessing, that you signed up for as a soul, right? Now, because you are saying no to that, it's either you will need to redo all of that in your next life, or it will be passed on to your children. So, that was just an example. Anyway, I was saying that one thing I've noticed, unfortunately, about people who are, I would say, in their 50s going up, that generation, because when I look at people in their 40s, I'm turning 30, by the way. When I look at people in their 40s, that's not really that much older than me. But when I look at people in their 40s, I see some who are still stuck in the ways of living that they were taught. And I'm noticing some who are actually allowing themselves to learn the ways of the 21st century and the ways of healing, and understanding that things don't need to be done the same way just because they were done a certain way before. Yes, I understand tradition, but are you doing tradition just because it was done a specific way, or are you doing a tradition because you understand why it was done like that? So all I'm saying is that I know that people who are in their 50s and older, a lot of them are still very stuck on the old ways. A lot of them are still very stuck on how things were done before, because that's what they think is tried and true. But then you look at how a lot of them are still very sad. A lot of them are still suffering. A lot of them haven't accepted the mistakes they've made. A lot of them don't listen to the younger generations because who are you? You're younger. And in actual fact, we all can learn from anybody. We can all learn from somebody who's older than us. We can all learn from somebody who's younger than us. It's all about experience, and it's all about what it is they can bring to the table, because we're all different. We all have different lives. We all have different experiences, and we all have different views, right? Doesn't matter about age. So why is it that older people have this tendency to want to cut us off when we want to teach them something new, or when we want to tell them when they have done something wrong? But anyway, I was stating that that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I started my spiritual journey and why I started healing. I know I'll always be healing because there will always be something I need to grow from and understand and heal. Understand that there will always be something until the day that I leave this earth. So I know that as a parent, the best thing I can do is do the best for me, which will which will inevitably be the best for my son. And unfortunately, even the best that I can do, there will be some sort of trauma to him. But even with that, some sort of trauma, even if it's the smallest thing that he doesn't notice as a young person, even if it's something that he had to learn, because, obviously we have soul contracts and we decide what we need to learn in this life. As long as I have done my best to heal, then my karma, good or bad, my trauma will never need to be passed down to him. The only thing that he will ever need to learn is what he decided he needs to learn through his soul. That's the only thing he will ever need to learn. Whatever his life needs to be. That all the other stuff, all the extra fickle nonsense will not need to be added, because I would have dealt with what I need to deal with. And it's unfortunate because I know that I am healing a lot of other generations. I am healing every single other person who decided not to acknowledge when they are wrong. I'm healing every single other person who decided not to acknowledge that, things change. Life moves. We are not always right. I am not always right. I'm healing all of that. And it's a lot, but it's okay, because I want to know that whatever purpose my baby came into this world to have is the only thing that he has to deal with, and not everything that the Manaka family decided not to heal themselves. But anyway, I honestly just wanted to come here and state that, heal yourself for yourself. Always build your boundaries. Always allow yourself to see lessons for what they are, lessons. See bad things for what they are, just energy. The universe sees energy as energy. We as humans are the ones who put labels on them. We put labels being good. We put labels saying it's bad. We are the ones who label things. So if we can learn from every single thing that happens in our lives to turn that around, to make ourselves better, to make our lives better, to make us happy, to make us connected, listening to our dreams, listening to our thoughts, allowing us to believe that we deserve the best, removing our limiting beliefs. Then we can birth the children that we want to make the world better. The children who will protect Mother Gaia. The children who will protect each other, and know that when you protect yourself, when you heal yourself, you're protecting the people around you and the people that you care about. I think this video is really long, but I hope that I've made my point. That you need to heal yourself. In all honesty, heal yourself. Look back at your childhood, figure out what it is that you haven't healed from. Allow yourself to forgive. Not for the person who hurt you, but for yourself. So that you can be a better person. Nope, I keep using that word. So you can be a better version of yourself in that moment. And always remember that everything is happening best case scenario for you. And that everything that you can think of that you want in this life, you deserve it. I think that's about it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Wow, I can talk. Anyway, I hope you all have a really great day. Stay warm if you are in the southern heavens. If you are in the southern hemisphere, stay warm, please. Keep healthy. Drink your ginger. Make your flu mixtures. Keep that shit away. And if you are in the northern hemisphere, enjoy the warmth for me, please. Yeah, lots and lots of love, lots and lots of light and progress to you.